back to That's Life with John Carver. This is episode number 263. And I call this episode, It Matters More Than You Think It Matters. Again, it matters more than you think it matters. What are you talking about, John? What matters more than you think it matters? Well, the way you communicate with people in your life matters more than you think it matters. If you think about it, a very large percentage of misunderstandings and assumptions come from poor communication skills. And over the years, over the decades, I've learned a few things about communication that might help you not only in your workplace but also in your personal relationships. And I think you can relate to sometimes you kind of fall into situations in your life where you maybe wish you wouldn't have said certain things, or maybe you wish you would not have done certain things. I know it probably hasn't happened to you before, but it's happened to me more than a few times. The words, the simple words, please and thank you, are hugely important. You might not think that please and thank you mean much, but they do, because it's so rare. I mean, if you stop and think about in your own life, how few people say please and thank you. So just those little things make a big difference in society. When people think they're not acknowledged or appreciated, the motivation to go over and above what they're doing for you and or the public kind of tanks pretty quickly. So learn to acknowledge and appreciate, verbally appreciate, compliment, genuine compliment to people that you have to do business with, or your neighbors or your friends. And make it sincere, make it real, right? Sincere compliments matter greatly, because I've learned over the years that most, I don't know about most people, but some people are just really one step away from giving up, whereby your encouragement, your kind word, your thank you, your please, your words of appreciation to somebody might be that one thing that keeps them going for the rest of their life. People like to be noticed. When in June 2021, my wife and I went to Panera Bread, which is a luncheon place in our area, and we ordered lunch. We got our lunch. We sat down and we're eating. And to my right was a young man sitting at the table, and he had a little portable piano and a laptop and a notepad, and he is sitting there. I'm assuming putting music together, creating music. And I couldn't help but notice him, and I didn't want to stare because it'd be kind of rude, because I played the piano in church for decades, and the organ, piano and the organ. So immediately, I mean, it's not something that I would normally see somebody playing a piano, or even a little piano, in a luncheon place, so it drew my attention right away. So out of the corner of my eye, I was watching him. There were several times when he would just close his eyes and just soak in that music and feel that music. And I've been there, done that. You know, I know what music can do for those of us who play music. But I really felt a desire to encourage him, to just let him know to keep following his dreams. And I thought, how is this young, I mean, he was only, I don't know, 19, 20, 18, somewhere around there, 21, somewhere in that age range. How was he going to accept me, a guy that's 2.5 times his age, didn't look like him, you know, somewhat weirdo, right? So my wife and I, we finished eating our lunch, and I went to get up, and I just knew that this was my only chance to encourage him. So I knelt down beside him, and he had his headphones on, and he looked over to his right and looked at me, and I just told him, I says, you know, I'd like to really encourage you to keep chasing your dreams. And he smiled at me, and he said he had just been kicked out of his house, and he had no place to go, so he was practicing his music here in the Panera Bread. So that really got me. So I gave him, I told a brief story about our daughter Juliana, and I gave him one of our cards with her picture on it and a couple of her quotes to kind of encourage him to keep chasing his dreams. I had no idea he was just thrown out of his house. I had no idea what he was going through. But there's people all around you that are struggling, and your kind words matter more than you think they matter. So maybe get into the habit of reaching out to people that maybe you would have ignored in any other way. Just a kind word, because communication matters more than you think it matters. My name is John Carver. Thanks for watching.